Hey, Let's Eat fam! How are you doing today? It is Tuesday, December 27th, 2016. I hope you are all enjoying your holidays, having a great time with your family. It has been a great 2016 for sneaker releases. I may put together a list of some of my top cops for 2016. I don't know yet. I'm still not done yet, frankly. I've got some unboxings I will get into shortly, but first I will remind you, please go ahead and join our first ever channel contest. The link is right down there in the description. Giving away a bunch of stickers. Hello, is this the contest winner? I've got a whole stack of Supreme stickers here. A lot of others from other vendors that I've been ordering from. So go ahead and join, it is free. And who knows, maybe you'll get something out of it. Second order of business, go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Like, comment on the videos, let me know what you like and don't like. I'll try to make each one better going forward. Otherwise, that's really it. So let's go ahead and get into these packages. And let's eat, fam. Okay, so this first package, had for a little while, just gonna be honest, it comes courtesy of Bape USA. So you won't be needing a knife for this. Unfortunately, I struck out on the Bape NMDs, both colorways, and I did not get that, I think it's the ID96 down jacket either. But I did manage to cop one of these. I believe this is called the Firebird track jacket. I still thought this was a very nice piece. You know, I've stated on this channel before, I like camo prints, so long as they're kind of subdued. This is definitely that, a very dark kind of winter camo. I think this would go great with either those Black Friday XR1s or those undefeated EQT supports, both of which you've seen me unbox on this channel. Check it out if you didn't watch it yet. Just a pretty simple track jacket. You see the all over Bape camo print. You've got these white 3 stripes down each arm. Of course, the white trefoil logo in the top left chest. A little bit of color blocking, that black bar across the front. It of course continues to the back where you get more of that camo all over print. The cuffs on these are black and ribbed. Same is true for that bottom hem, also black, also ribbed. Get a couple pockets here, both zipper, just a standard Adidas zipper. Kind of mad there isn't like a little Bape touch to this. And then on the inside, just a light black mesh lining. Get an Adidas Bathing Ape tag there as well. You know, nothing really stands out about this piece. Just very simple and subdued. You know what, I'm actually gonna try it on. One sec. Alright, so this is a pretty good fit. I went with a size large. If you don't know, I'm about 6'3", 185, 190 pounds, maybe on a good day. So let me know what you think of this jacket. I'm not sure, I think I'm gonna keep it. I've gotten a couple offers on it, but I kinda like it. Let me know what you think I should do. Okay, that concludes our apparel section of today's unboxing. Let's get into some sneakers. This first box comes from Feature Boutique, and this is the first of 2 sneakers you're gonna see me unbox today. These would be those latest XR1s that released here in the US market. Not sure which ones these were. So these are product ID S77195, and these would be those Core Black, I guess these are called. Core Black XR1s. They do have that little bit of utility black in that glitch camo. Of course, the 3M laces, the 3M hint on the heel counter. You know I love XR1s. It is actually my favorite NMD, so I had to grab these. Gonna go ahead and pop open the second and last box. then we'll take a closer, more detailed look at all of the sneakers. This much larger box is from End Clothing, one of my favorite retailers. Seen them a lot on here. As I said earlier, that first XR1, it was from a 2-pack. This is our second part, our second installment. And something else as well. But first off, let's start with the XR1. This is product ID S7719424, and this is the linen XR1. I'm definitely a sucker for tan and cream colorways. You already saw I grabbed those Trace Cargo with the Solar Red midsole, the Ultra Boost Uncaged a week or so ago. If I was grabbing those, I was definitely gonna grab these. First tan XR1 to come out, so had to have that in my collection. Of course, we still have some 3M hints here in the laces, as well as on that back heel counter. So you're gonna flash a little bit. We will take a closer look at both these XR1s as well as this last sneaker in just a second. This last package is also an NMD, but is a model I do not have yet. That's right, it is that brand new NMD R2, product ID BA719824. I've heard these called the Trace Cargos, but I think the actual colorway is like translucent carbon or something like that. Or this olive shirt, thinking it might kind of match. Maybe a little bit. Wow, okay, so this is the first time I've held the R2 in my hands, and it is a bit of a departure from the R1. Might not be a bad thing though. Can't wait to try these on and see. There are a lot of similarities, but there are some differences too. The plugs are just totally different. You don't have any forefoot plugs anymore, so that's different. Second, the heel plug on the outside, that's gone MIA as well. We now have this just giant heel plug on the inside of your foot, and it really just kind of curves into your foot. Looks like it will really provide a lot of stability. Alright, enough talking. Let's go ahead and take a look at all three of these sneakers up close. And then I think we're gonna have to do the on feet with these new R2s, right? I mean, I'm just itching to try these on and see what they're like. I'm sure you're eager to see too. Okay, we are going to start off by checking out these new NMD XR1s. Let's go ahead and look at this core black version first. Now, Adidas still has not given us a solid black XR1, other than the Masterminds, of course. These do have that glitch camo pattern. You can see it's made up of both the core black as well as the utility black. I believe that's what they call that slightly lighter gray color. As you all know, I F's with the glitch camo. I think it is a great pattern. Looks really cool. Much better than the pinstripes or some of the other things that we've seen on the XR1. This XR1, it is a return to our prime knit. Thank Jesus we are back to prime knit. None of that mesh like those JD Sports exclusives or the Black Friday XR1s. Sorry you guys had to even see those. The accents on this sneaker are all core black as well. That of course includes the plugs in the heel, both on the outside and inside of the shoe, as well as our plastic cage. The tongue does sport that leather swatch stamped with the Adidas trefoil logo. On the back of the sneaker we get that beautiful flashy 3M heel counter, and of course our black and white heel tab with the brand with 3 stripes branding. Outsole is standard black with the black insert. Our laces are that beautiful black and 3M weave. And as you'd expect, we get a black felt honeycomb on the inside of the sneaker. Pretty nice, pretty simple XR1. I think Adidas did a great job with this. If you like it, smash that like button. If you dislike it, well, put it in the comments below. XR1 round 2 gives us this linen colorway. As I said, this is our first cream, tan, linen, whatever you want to call it, first XR1 like that. So this is it. This is what we get. First off, let's look at the prime knit on here. Of course, it is also that glitch camo pattern. This is a very light cream color mixed in with the darker linen tan color. Really beautiful and rich looking from afar. These give a nice cream color that looks very good, but there's a little bit of depth to it too. The accents then are also done in that linen color, so the plugs in the heel, bam and bam, are plastic cage for the laces. Again, the leather swatch, linen colored with this stamped Adidas trefoil. The laces are a linen and silver 3M weave. On the back we still get that beautiful bright 3M heel counter, and this time a linen and black heel pull. Outsole, no, there's no linen on it. It's all black with the black insert. And you probably already guessed it, inside the sneaker, black felt. So what do you think? Do you think Adidas did a good job with this linen colorway of the XR1? Is there something you would have changed? Go ahead and leave it in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Smash that like button if you do like it. So no disrespect to those XR1s, but for me, this was the main event today, guys. This is what I was interested in. I dressed accordingly, sort of. Give me a break. If you have been excited to look at this shoe and try it on, it's a bit of a departure from an R1, and you know, in order to illustrate that, let me go ahead and grab an R1. Bam! Get some Japan gray action there. This will allow me to kind of show you what has changed. So first off, as I said in the lead-in, the plugs. What happened to my plugs, man? On the R1, on the outside of the shoe, we had both a forefoot and heel plug. They're gone now. We do still have a heel plug on the inside, however, it is quite a bit different. Look at this shape, guys. Look how it now comes up more into the heel. From the back, you can see it really angles in. I feel like not only is the boost larger now on the R2, it also angles in a bit more. I think these design changes are all centered around making it more supportive and more stable, and it does not end there. If you go actually inside the shoe, we have a very large plastic piece. It comes all the way up here, almost to the end of the 3-stripe branding, and it's fairly rigid. On the R1 we did have a small piece as well, but not nearly as rigid, not nearly as large. Of course, we have also lost the plastic eyelets present on the R1. The R2, the eyelets are just cut right into the fabric of the upper. And while we're talking about the upper, guys, totally different. Look how rigid this is. There's no shoe tree or anything in here, okay? This toe especially is just extremely tight and rigid. Not the case with the R1 at all. Much more flimsy. If you push it down, it just lays down. And I don't know, is that better? Is that worse? I'll just have to see. It's gonna be different, that's for sure. And I don't know if it's just the change in the knit pattern or what. This knit pattern of the prime knit on the R2, it's crazy. You get these little black reinforcements all throughout the prime knit. The base prime knit, this translucent carbon trace cargo, whatever the hell you want to call it, it's very thin. It's similar to what we have on our Japan gray. Very pliable, not stiff, but these reinforcements, you know, it's almost like rebar in concrete. Bad example, but it does make it more rigid and sturdy. You know, it's just all designed around transferring the load, so This you can see they put in one direction to kind of transfer the load as this stretches with your foot moving side to side on the footbed. Here on the side of the shoe they've changed the pattern to run a different direction, so that is going to transfer the load as your stride moves. It's it's different. I don't know if I like it more aesthetically, but I definitely appreciate that this probably functions better than the R1 did. Now, these are lifestyle shoes, these aren't running shoes, so I don't know, but just happy to see Adidas pushing the envelope, progressing with this technology a little more. I've heard some people say that the boost on these feels softer. I don't really think that is the case. I usually grab the boost here around the heel. I think just not having the presence of that plug just makes it feel a little bit more plush maybe. It's also definitely larger, so I think with the larger boost there's kind of more room for it to expand. Maybe that's why it feels softer. We'll see when I put it on foot. Some of the other details, we have this really nice soft suede heel counter. We have what I would consider to be a fairly standard collar made up of our two main colors, the black and that translucent carbon. This is very similar to what the R1 has in terms of size and shape. Of course we have the standard black felt honeycomb inside, and for the outsole we get that nice all over translucent carbon, including the insert. So what do you think? Did Adidas improve on the R1? Is the R2 better or worse? Go ahead and comment down below. Hit that like button if you prefer this R2. The time has come to get these on my feet. I'm excited. I'm going to be trying on both the R2 and the R1 just so I can give you, my normal feedback as to how each fits. These are both size 11s. Looking at them side by side, the midsole length looks the same, so I think these will fit fairly well, but only one way to tell. Let's get them on feet. Okay, so excited to try these R2s on. Going to give you a comparison to these size 11 R1s. As you can see, I'm wearing these Ultra Boost 3.0s. I've been wearing these pretty much every single day for the last 3 days. Did a 5-mile run in them yesterday. Really loving them so far, so if you don't have these 3.0s, I suggest you go get them. Also, just would like to apologize for the interesting apparel on my legs here. Our weather's been a bit bipolar, so today has actually been pleasantly warm, about 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So I needed to show off these ashy looking ankles. Okay, so we have the size 11 Japan Gray R1 on the right foot, and here on the left foot we are going to put on that R2. Slides in without a problem. So, first impressions, shall we? The R2, it definitely feels tighter. Not really in length or anything like that. Just feels like it is tighter on the top of my foot. You know what, if you've tried any of the new Yeezy 350 V2s, it's kind of like that feeling. It just feels like it's really holding down your foot, and I think that mainly has to do with this new prime knit weave pattern. I don't think the actual upper is any smaller in size and actually tighter. I think it just flexes a little bit less than this one does. The other thing that is readily apparent, although I said the collar looked pretty much the same, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but it definitely is much higher on the ankle than it is on the R1. So mainly here in the tongue, really. That's where it's much higher. If I can put those side by side so you can see it, this one's quite a bit higher. It definitely does not feel uncomfortable. I'm wearing no-show socks on both these. In both pairs, the collar is up past my no-show sock, and the collar is actually what is on my ankle, so I don't think one is going to necessarily chafe you any more than the other. I those of you that know, I do have one gripe about the collar on these R1s as well as on the Ultra Boost Uncaged, and that's that they put this seam right here on the back, right on the Achilles tendon. I'm unhappy to say Adidas has not fixed that with the R2. This does still have the seam right on the Achilles tendon. The material back there is actually some of the more abrasive material on the whole entire collar, so I think you need to work on that, guys. Alright, enough talk, let's stand up, push this guy to the side. Yeah, it definitely feels tighter. The toe box feels tighter. You can see I can really move my toes up in the PK on that R1. The R2, it's just a little more difficult. In terms of the actual sizing, toes are in pretty much the same position. So I would recommend you go with the same size in the R2 that you normally go with in a PK R1. There is definitely more boost in the heel on the R2. It feels like I'm standing up a little higher on the R2. The heel, as there's more boost, there is a bit more of a drop to the forefoot. So it is going to feel a bit like you're running downhill in these. It's really noticeable though, especially when I have one on one foot and one on the other. You can really tell in the weight transfer as you're walking, as you move off that heel onto the forefoot. It feels totally different in the R2 as it does in the R1. Anyway, I really like these R2s. These are my personals, so let's go ahead and make them mine. Surprisingly, there are no stickers in this R2. Nice work, Adidas. Yeah, just a totally different feel. As I said earlier on the lead-in, there are some bonded plastic sections that go around the sides of the foot and around the heel in these R2s. The R1 had those as well, but they seemed a little more flexible, and they were confined really just to the heel cup as well as a small piece on the outer side of the shoe. With the R2, it goes all the way around. So from the outside through the heel and back to the inside. Really just makes them feel a lot more locked down. If you have wide feet, well, that might be a problem. You're probably going to like the flexibility and comfort of the R1 more than the R2. So if you have wide feet, you may want to size up a half size. I don't know. For me, I like true to size. The other thing different about the R2 from the R1, the heel counter. So it's actually going to be like what we have on the XR1, where you have it kind of threaded in there. On the R1, that piece was just completely over the heel tab. Again, no real functional difference, just aesthetics. All right, I like these R2s. I'm gonna wear them, walk around a little bit in them before I give you my final decision. Adidas, you made some nice changes. The R1s are just so comfy, so stretchy, you can just ball them up almost, and I love that about them. But if I'm doing something more strenuous or taking a much longer walk, leisurely walk, then I'm probably going to want the R2s. They're still not a running shoe, but Adidas has done a good job of incorporating some running shoe elements into them to make them better. Okay everyone, that's all I have time for today. Thank you for watching the vlog. Stay tuned, subscribe, keep watching this channel. I'm posting more content, more hot kicks, more hot apparel, tons of stuff in the next couple weeks. Please join our first contest. I cannot wait to give something back to my subscribers. And again, have a happy and safe holiday. spend time with the family, and we will see you again right back here real soon. Take care, guys.